This is Mrs. Ducharme, and I'm going to show you a little bit today about searching the databases for your art research. First of all, you need to be able to get to the library website. If you already have the library website bookmarked, you can skip this part, but if you don't, you really want to get that onto your computer. So you go here to Learning. This is from the school page, Learning Libraries. And you have to scroll down just a little bit and find here Middle and High School Library. Click that and it will open up the library homepage. I highly recommend that you bookmark the page so that you always have it. First of all, you probably already know you have a guide for art. It's here under High School Art, and the guide is here, DP Art Guide. This is mostly for finding images, but there are some links that may be useful to you here under Art History. If you know of other links that you think we should have, I'm happy to add them. Mainly what we're going to talk about right now is accessing the databases. You need to be using high-level databases for this particular project. So you're going to go to the Research tab and then Find Information. When you do that, it opens up to the page that has all of our databases. The passwords are here. That will open up as a Google Doc. It looks like this. And you might even already have it in your drive. You're welcome to add it to your drive. Okay, so the ones we're going to talk about are, first of all, we're going to start with EBSCO. EBSCO is a huge company. It has many different databases inside it. So I'm going to show you how to access those. So we have all of these here, this big long list, but we're going to choose this one here, which is the main way to get to all of their databases. So EBSCO hosts research databases. And it opens up like this, and this is where we choose the databases for a particular project. So for art, you're going to choose Advanced Placement, and you're going to choose Mass Ultra, and I think that might be it, just those two. Those are huge databases. They cover lots of different topics. Your search page opens up like this. It tells me right here which databases I'm searching. There are the two that I selected. And I have the option of basic search or advanced search. I recommend that you always choose advanced search. It gives you more choice right away, and it helps you to see what your choices are. You already know a lot about your artist or your pieces of artwork, and so you may already have some ideas about different ways to find specific results. Here I can put in anything I want. Things will come up, so I'll go ahead and put that there. And I have an option here of choosing where I want the database to search for that term. So I can say alt text, author, title, subject, and so forth. If I definitely want to make sure that I find something about that term, one option might be to find that term in the title of the article. It's up to you. Some people like to do very broad to start. We can see what we get. If you already know another thing to search by, like maybe you want to find a particular piece of art by her or a particular theme, you can put it here, and if you choose and, it will search for those things together. Also, before I go any further, I always choose full text here. Full text means that I will be able to access the article, because sometimes these articles are not free for us to use even though we've bought the database. That's pretty much all I need to worry about on this. Okay, so with the advanced search I have the option to add a couple of different tools. I'm going to put here body image just for fun, see what I get. And I'm going to search. And, oh, I didn't get any. Okay, let me just take that off. Let's see what I get for a big big search here under title. Okay, when I chose to search for her by title, I got 118 results. That's a good amount of results for me to deal with. If I had done it just open, I would have had 400 and something. Okay, so if you start with a big open search and you find too many articles, then what you can do is start narrowing down. Here, under source types, I recommend that you choose academic journals. Those are ones that are what we call peer-reviewed. So peer-reviewed journals have been written by one professor and then reviewed by at least one other professor before it goes to publication. I could also maybe choose magazines, although those would not be peer-reviewed. The other way to narrow, my favorite, is by subject. And when you go by subject and choose more, show more, you'll get a list of all of the different subjects that pair with what you searched for. So I'm going to find here something about interior decorating and Frida Kahlo. So this is a great way to search, I think. Let's do self-portraits maybe. Okay, so now I should get only 8 about self-portraits and Frida Kahlo. Okay, when I open one of these up, then I'm into being able to see the full text. By the time I go through all of this work, I definitely want to take the citation that they give me. I'm going to be choosing MLA right here. I just copy it and put it directly into my document. Okay, it will read out loud to me, which is nice because sometimes the vocabulary is difficult. I can take the link and have it all the time in my doc so I can find this again easily. So there are lots of things that make it worth going through a database. Okay, so that was EBSCO. EBSCO is not the prettiest one around, but it is one of the best. I particularly like the ability to search by subject. Okay, so that was EBSCO. The next one I want to show you is JSTOR. And many of you love JSTOR, I think. You're looking for this here to make sure that you're in our account. If not, you need to log in and you'll find that information on the passwords document. You have to go in with here, the school link. So once you're in, again, I always recommend that you choose advanced search. And again, like before, you have some options about where you want that term to be found. Here, maybe we'll do Salvador Dali. Salvador. I can add more here, as many as I want. I can say Salvador Dali, but not, paintings or something. I want to make sure that I have here read and download as my option so I can get the whole article. And I can narrow down more here by type of journal. It will search all of them at once. If I have somebody who I think is going to have a lot, maybe I'll just choose the art one. Here, this means 169 journal titles in that particular category. All right, so let's do a search and see what we get. And found 1,000. Okay, that's really a lot. So I'm definitely going to do some narrowing down. The main way to narrow down here, they don't give us as much in terms of subject options as EBSCO, but that's all right. I can go ahead with art and maybe American. Update. I can choose publication year as a way to narrow. The other thing is, once I get into the article, I can look and see if there are particular subject categories that maybe I want to look at. So anyway, some different options. I think, to me, JSTOR gives you a little bit too much. So probably what you would do is do some of the other searches first, find out what some of the subjects are, and then put them in these fields here so you have more control over what you're getting. You can narrow by article, and so forth. Okay, so that is JSTOR. The other one I really like, probably my favorite, is Questia School. Questia School, you have to have your own account, but I made a kind of a dummy account just to give you an idea how it works. But if you like it, please come and see me and we'll make you your own account. The thing about Questia School that's very cool is that you're searching actual books. So here, let's do somebody different. We'll do this woman, Imogen Cunningham. She's a photographer. I hope I have her name right. Okay, there she is. And I can see right here at the top what results are coming from books and what results are coming from articles. And I can add keywords up here. So that's the one that gives me kind of all the different controls that I had in some of the other databases. The other thing I like about it is it gives you the subjects right down here. So I can see in this particular book, these are some of the subjects that are coming up. Here's women photographers as one. Let's see if I get portraits. 22. Okay, when I open one of these are scans of books. So, but they're highly searchable. So one thing I like is you can go to the table of contents and have a quick skim and see what might be in there. You can search within. So here we are. We go right to that page to find some information about her. Here she is. There's lots of tools that you can use, saving to particular folders. You can add notes right in the book. You can cite the actual page. So there's lots here, and because you're in as yourself, it saves everything you do, so it will be there next time you go back. So anyway, lots to see in Questia School. Questia School is also really good for browsing. I know most of you already have your topics pretty clear, but if you didn't, you can choose categories and then gradually drill down into topics that interest you. So here I am with artists, and maybe I'm going to look for a particular artist, and I'm in to all the things that Questia has. So that is Questia School. The last thing that I wanted to show you is here under EBSCO, and it's called Flipster Magazines. And this is not necessarily perfect for your project, although it might be, I don't know. But these are digital magazines. We've bought several of these, and it works with our same EBSCO password. Here I'm already logged in, but you can find all the passwords here. And for art, we have two magazines that might be useful for you. They're both pretty contemporary, but they're searchable in the back issues. So you could see if there's something, especially if you're doing kind of a contemporary artist, you could see what there is in these art. Here's Art News, or the other one is called Wallpaper. And you flip through just like a regular magazine, so you have the advertisements and everything. And this might be good for you to just flip through regularly as part of your general education in art to see what's going on right now. If you want, you can do all issues, and it lets you search inside all. So just out of curiosity, let's see if there's anybody old in here. Imogen Cunningham. I think it's with no E here, sorry. And I can search all issues. Yeah, so there's something in here about her. So it's worth trying, and I think it's also worth just knowing about. And most of these come out monthly, so maybe every month make a note to go to Flipster and look and see what's happening in the art world. You may find some inspiration for your work next year. Alrighty, so that one is Flipster. It's here under EBSCO. You can also find it on the home page because it's new, so I'm trying to get people to check it out, Flipster magazines. The other thing, just to mention, is that you can also search for books in our library. So if I want to see if the library has any actual books I can take home, I can search right there from the little search widget, and hopefully we have something, I'm sure we do, that you could come and check out. So here's all stuff about Salvador Dali, and to see it all I can open up here, and these are all different books about him. So that might be worth checking out as well. Alrighty? Okay, I hope that was helpful. Please come see me. It was a lot of information, but I'm happy to help you one-on-one if you would like. Thanks very much.